jail supervisor. I'm sorry, chief deputy.
Chief Deputy. I would make the recommendation to the board that like to appoint John Lindaman as Chief Deputy.
And that had been posted.
Yep.
Very good.
He was approved at 85%.
Yep.
Yeah. So you met all the requests of the county attorney in terms of veterans. Going forth, I mean, preference. They won't have to repost that after I mean, if there's, when there is,
I posted all those positions in
okay,
there.
when there's an election, I mean, they don't have to repost.
No, because it was not a job change.
Okay,
So, yeah, I mean,
I think that'd be just
yeah.
goofy.
Yeah. No, once you have the position, it only applies if the position becomes vacant and you have to.
That's what I was hoping for. Yep. Very good. So, do I get a motion?
I also move that.
Second.
Okay. Moved by Todd, seconded by Gary, to approve the appointment of John Lindaman as chief deputy.
Aye.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. And the next one is the jail supervisor.
I've talked in the past, moving forward, of putting more ownership into, the employees. And one of those would be making some supervisory positions in the jail support staff, and communications. I posted those jobs internally, and then got some applications. I have one man that sticks out in the jail, and that is Rusty Dennison. He's been around 15, 16 years. I would like to promote Rusty to a jail supervisor who would work directly under the jail administrator, and that duty falls under the chief deputy as jail administrator. I will retain the jail administrator position until John gets through the Iowa Sheriff's Jail Schools. I've talked to Rusty and the other candidates for these positions. I would like them to retain their current wage, add $2,500. We budgeted $5,000 for each position, with a review in 6 months and the possibility of a additional $500 raise at that time.
So currently a $2,500
Yep. Set some goals out, some,
increase, obviously.
yep,
Okay.
yep.
With,
And that would go to these positions would then be non-union positions. They would be supervisory in nature, where they would have they will be doing the scheduling, assigning work duties, and disciplinary action if needed.
then 6 months, you're gonna have a review
Review,
for
make sure
another
we're meeting our
potential
goals.
$500
Yep.
increase. Are these going to be as a one-time bonus, or are they gonna be spread out? over-
I think the easiest way to do that is we would take their current wage, add the $2,500, and then do the math for an hourly rate.
Okay. You spread that out over 6 months
It
or
would be over the course of the year.
course of the year?
It would be a one-time thing, and then it would, remain with that person in that job.
Okay. So next year, you would have it figured in at that higher amount?
Yep.
Okay.
We will probably need to do these by resolutions.
Just clarifying, Ron.
Yep,
That's all.
yep.
So, okay. Questions, gentlemen?
So, if your chief deputy is also the jail administrator, a lot of these duties that you're going to place on a jail supervisor was formerly done by the jail administrator?
Now, these would be duties in the jail itself, making sure that everything is being done, and then it would be overseen by the jail administrator, basically so we can keep moving forward when it comes jail inspection times, that everything is in a row, everything is done. And we just have a smoother operation of the jail.
Kind of have a pecking order, so to speak.
Yes. So if somebody's at work, they've got a go-to person. Part of this person's duties will be their shift.
Benton County's, that's a fact.
They'll cover a couple of regular shifts during their work schedule. Then they'll have a couple during the week where they'll be, one of the things, a big piece of this person's job is they'll be working towards the PREA certification, which is for the, would enable us to
Federal.
perhaps house some federal folks.
Is this part of the necessary requirements for housing these off-site jail?
It would be for, the PREA would be for the federal inmates. We have a memorandum of understanding with Scott County and we've been working towards it, not being able to have somebody devote a lot of time to it. We don't get very far in the process. We have a memorandum with Scott County that we are working towards. And it's a process to get it done.
How many inmates are we normally housing?
Right now we're at, we've 29.
That's about it.
30s, with 2 people running the jail. We've been as high as 36, 37 for a few days, but that's just too many for 2 people to feasibly handle. 30's the magic number. Unfortunately, right now, we're, I think 28 this morning. Only 3 of them are from out of county. 25 of them are ours. There's not,
Is that typically the proportion, or more, normally you would have a higher percentage?
We've been running 50-50 pretty close.
Alright, so the added expense to have the jail supervisor in addition to the jail administrator is hopefully entirely offset by the fact that we're getting money in for external
Yep. So keep
people.
moving forward with that. And then the jail support supervisor would be in charge of the kitchen, maintenance, the cleaning and the maintenance of the facility. For an 8-year-old building, we seem to have troubles.
So,
We've got to stay on top of that.
so the recommendation is the same for the jail support staff supervisor,
Yes.
2,500 and 500.
Yep.
Both, I mean, that additional $6,000 annually is pretty easily made up by housing people that are from outside the county.
Yep.
And that's kind of the objective and the goal.
Yep, just to keep that going. And
There is a risk of losing that if we don't do this.
we need to move forward with our PREA certification so we can show that we're still working on it.
And you're not comfortable that the pace at which we're moving now is adequate?
And
Just
we're moving forward, we're just not moving forward.
very quickly.
I would like to see it completed in a year and a half.
Because the risk is Scott County says, yeah, you told us you'd move forward and you are, but you're not moving forward very quickly.
And they've never said anything, but
But they could.
I just want to make sure that we're getting it accomplished. So we can keep these, I mean, we've, Scott County, Lynn County, Johnson County, Polk County, have been the major folks we've been holding for.
We've been holding for all 4 of those.
Off and on, we've held for all. Scott County, if I made a call today, if I had room, which I don't, they'd be up tomorrow or maybe this afternoon with people.
Okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah. In the past, if I'm down to 22, 23 people, I'd give them a phone call and they'd say, can you take women, can you take juveniles, can you take men? And they'd made trips and brought some of each.
Well, from a transportation standpoint, if they can haul
Yeah.
4 up here at once rather than 1, that makes
Yep.
good sense for them too.
Yep.
Good.
Probably put those two on one resolution, if their pay increase is the same, right?
Yes.
Who- who
Well, the communications supervisor, the other thing that we're working on is, bringing our, standard operating procedures manual, bringing it up to date, bringing the inmate jail rules up to date, making sure everything's good there. The inmate rules, once we get those, that part accomplished, then that needs approval by district court judge. And that's all part of keeping going, so we're up to date with everything.
Okay, we need to do these individually, don't we?
Well, I think if we're doing the wage increase, we can do one resolution for the jail supervisor and jail support staff.
Okay, do we need some names for jail support?
Jail support staff is Ladonna Fairbanks.
Who's that?
Ladonna Fairbanks.
Been with you a long time. Good. Your communication supervisor?
Dawn Markland. She would be doing the same type of thing, only, in the communications end, we have to meet, and stay up with the state as far as the entry of warrants and everything, and, we need to update those policies. And then updating the standard operating procedures for the, communications. One thing that we all knew is we did a resolution where we were working with the sexual assault response team. We're working on standardizing things. We're working with 12 counties. We've been meeting once a month and keeping that moving forward. Standardize that in dispatch so we get a better response from our folks.
So this communications person's 2,500 plus 500, same whole program, 6 months.
They keep their current wage, and we divide it out into the hourly.
How many other counties are there? How many counties